He appears to be wearing down. Maybe he can get his legs back under him today.
And now the Los Angeles starters. We've got LeBron James, Marcus Smart out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's DeAndre Ayton, and it's LaRavia in at the small forward position. And for Detroit, Thompson and Harris make up the forwards. Cade Cunningham out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Duren in at the center position, locking down the middle. Well, both teams come into this game with some momentum, Richard, looking to continue their winning ways.
Oh, these are my favorite games. Both teams come in with some extra motivation on each side. They want to keep going, and they want to stop the other streak.
Now, here is James. Duren with a rebound. Pass to Harris. And out of bounds, the Lakers will take it. Now James. This one for three. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
When you're guarding LeBron, you have to give him something. So the King, well, he'll take a three-point basket.
Back to Thompson. Pass to Harris. Duren with a screen on James. Harris. And Ayton pulls it down. And so it's Ayton with it. He brings it up for the Lakers. It's a three-point game. Here's LaRavia. And we're about a minute into the first. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Not exactly how you want to dive into the game. Picks up his first foul right off the bat.
And here's Detroit. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
A bit ago, JB Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. Before long, we were talking about LeBron James, and he said, he's a focus for us tonight, absolutely. Coach shared, saying in clutch situations, we're ready to double James and be assertive. But I'm sure he knows that. LeBron, as always, on the minds of the opposition. BA, back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now, here is James. His last outing, he had 18 points. Nails it from beyond the arc. James has got his second bucket of the night.
And that's the improvement of his game. You got to guard Bron close at the perimeter. He can be so efficient from out there.
Detroit moving the ball around. Fades away. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Here's James. 6 points for him. Pass to Smart from the arc. Can't hit that one. The Pistons have gone 1 for 3 so far. Duren, the pass to Cunningham. And here's Harris. Here's Duren, defended by Kennard. Cunningham outside. The three. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And Cunningham has to continue to improve his three-point shot. It's very important for his development.
And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising. You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
And here's Ayton. Turned in an outstanding game against Utah. Kennard for three. And it's Harris with the rebound. For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Here's Duren. Pass to Cunningham. Duren with a screen on Smart. There's Cunningham with a three. And that's good. Duren for 3. 6 points for Jalen Duren.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. They defeated Utah in their last game.
And in that game, they owned the glass. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
And you could tell it was demoralizing for their opponent, missing out on all those extra possessions. As
we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is looking. You look at the Pistons, Final stretch of the season, they've got the #1 seed and have shown no signs of giving it up.
Right now for Detroit, they're gripping that #1 spot as tight as they can this last week of games. As they cruise into the postseason, they definitely want that top seed advantage.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Kennard finds James. To end the run. And again, the Lakers, no good. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Cunningham outside. Duran, the screen. And he's going for the oop here. Smart with the ball, and it's Robinson picking him up. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
What you love about Thompson is his versatility at both ends of the floor. He's even able to block shots like that. The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Laravia. To the inside. James, that's good. James has got 8 points.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's Harris. Really played well against Indiana in his last game.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
James against Thompson. Hayden with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Shot clock at 5. 4-3. Duran with a rebound. Duran's got rebound number 7 tonight. Duran with a screen on Smart. Robinson for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Kennard outside. Pass to James. Thompson against Smart. Out to James. The 3 is up. James can't get that one to fall.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Oh, got that one up quick. Cunningham's got his second basket of the game.
And look at the lack of hesitation. Cade gets the ball and is confident he can make the shot.
And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And a chance now to bring up the NBA steals leaders from the last month of action. You look at Thompson, better be careful around him when you have the ball. The league leader in steals.
His defensive focus has been superb these last few games, continuously finding ways to strip ball handlers and upset the offense.
Lakers trail by 6. Kennard outside. Back to James. Pass to Smart. The 3 is up. That falls. Nice feed that time from James.
Yeah, he's so much fun to watch. Smart hit that corner 3, and his teammates and coaches are all about it.
Harris outside. Detroit moving the ball around. Robinson for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. The Lakers shooting 33% in the first quarter. Pass to Kennard. And here's James. Pounded by Harris. Ayton with a screen. And there's James from the arc. Drills it from deep. James has got 11.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Cunningham passes to Thompson. Back to Cunningham from behind the arc. Rebound by the Lakers. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now. When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, at his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
For Detroit, they've got 6 of 14 in so far. Robinson passes to Cunningham. Harris on the wing. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Now, here is James. He's got 11. Back to Laravia. Just 3 to shoot. James up top. Shoots over Thompson. Again, the miss by James.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Harris outside. Back to Cunningham. They still need this. Smart grabs the miss. So it's the Lakers now. Pass to Kennard. Now here's Laravia. It's James on the wing. Defended by Thompson. Kicks it out to Kennard. Launches a 3. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Cunningham deciding where to go with it. Shoots from the line, and the jumper is on the mark. Cunningham's got 8.
Not an easy shot at all. Cunningham seems to have it early on in his NBA career.
Pass to Laravia. The 3. First shot won't go. The Pistons leading. Duren finds Harris. Cunningham outside. Duren the screen. And he lobs it up. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Cunningham.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
And some changes here for Detroit. Herter comes in for Thompson. Jenkins comes in for Robinson. And then for Los Angeles, Hachimura's checked in for Smart. And it's Smith in for Kennard.
Hey, right here.
Laravia passes to Ayton.
Switch.
Now Smith. It's James on the wing. Pounded by Harris. Tries it from 19. Duren with a rebound.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, team. The Lakers going out and acquiring superstar talent and Luka Doncic. LeBron James said, everything I do on the floor, Doncic has the ability to do it or even do it better. That's how great he is. Even at his young age, he's such a unique, special player. A generational talent. Back to you guys.
They're happy to have him. Allie, appreciate the report. James goes in, and it's James with the jam.
And James is terrifying on the drive, especially when you give him a launching pad.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Trailing by 2. Here's Jenkins. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Duren. Here's Harris. Duren the screen. Takes the 3. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Big time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make. And here's Ayton. Now James fires from deep. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got 11 rebounds in the game. Pass to Cunningham. Detroit moving the ball around. Now here's Herter. Here's Jenkins. Knocks down the long J. And now a 3-point Pistons lead.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
James against Harris. James left side. And he drops in the layup off the glass. James has got 15 points.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Outside Herter. Back to Cunningham. And that bucket makes him 4 for 7 today. Good production.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ayton finds Smith. And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw tonight. That's good from Smith.
And for Smith, the quickness, the jump shot, the potential. I mean, it's all there.
Now here's Herter. The three ball. Gets the three to fall. And the Pistons lead by 3. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Pistons. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Pistons?
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And we also got to mention the work they've done on the offensive glass. Pounding the opposition and coming away with tons of second chance points.
So on the floor for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. James is out there with Connect. Then it's Rui Hachimura. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Hayes in at the center position. Lakers trail by 3. Here's Kleber. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. LeVert outside. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. There's Herter with the 3. Connects from downtown. Herter's got 6.
A guy who completely trusts his mechanics. Herter knocks it down.
Hayes with a screen. Throws it up high. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pistons. And since we have a second here, let's see which teams have dominated the offensive glass and second chance opportunities this season. The 4th spot held by Detroit.
They're having success because they're sending multiple guys to the offensive glass. Hard to block out everyone.
Here's Jenkins. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Pass to Holland. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by, it's Herter on the wing. Off target from outside. Lakers trail by 4. Hachimura outside. Misses the 3. The Pistons have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Out left to the wing. Here's Jenkins. Pass to LeVert. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer. Jenkins' shot is good. Jenkins has gotten his second bucket.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Smith outside. Now here's Hachimura. He's checked by LeVert. Hachimura against LeVert. And the basket by Hachimura. Hachimura's got his first 2 points of the night.
Looking confident inside. At 6'8", Hachimura is more than capable of inflicting some damage down there.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. For the Pistons, Thompson, he's checked in for LeVert. Robinson comes in for Herter. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Stewart, the pass to Cunningham, to the middle. If you had to say, Richard, what's the most critical component for a team to play effective defense?
I would say being bought in. If players are bought in, you could overcome individual deficiencies.
You have to admire Cunningham's concentration in these spots, refusing to let the defense overwhelm him.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Cunningham.
You've got to admire the all-around capability of Cunningham. Can impact a game in so many ways.
James deciding where to go with it. Takes a three. Detroit with a rebound.
Part of why they have this lead, they're doing the little things out there.
Thompson passes to Cunningham. Just 5 to shoot. Cunningham showing the D, no mercy.
I mean, he does everything on the floor. Cunningham always with max effort.
It's James on the wing. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Now here's Robinson. 9 points for him in his last game. Kennard outside. Gets Smart on the wing. He's watched by Cunningham. Hachimura from long range. Rebounded by the Pistons. Robinson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Cunningham. Great focus there by Cunningham to knock it down.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Kennard passes to James. Back to Kennard. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Pass to Hayes. And here's Hachimura. Count it. Hachimura's gotten 4 this quarter.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Here's Holland. Thompson outside. Now Robinson, defended by Smart. Pass to Holland. Over James. Holland can't hit. Lakers trail by 8. Hayes, the pass to Hachimura. Here's James. Robinson defending. Kicks it out to Smart. Beyond the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Smart's got his second basket of the night. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
And as a rule of thumb, the road can really test your team's depth. But they all stepped up and collectively produced a lot of points.
The bench production was huge, no doubt. A testament to how well prepared this coaching staff is for these tough road games.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Harris is checked in for Holland. The Lakers also with a sub. Laravia's checked in. Cunningham passes to Stewart. And he buries his first look.
Impressive dime by Cunningham. You can tell he really loves sharing the ball, getting his guys going.
Kennard outside. Pass to Laravia. Down low. Here's James. Oh, LeBron! Just too much to handle inside.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
And something I remember from their last outing, he was excellent at the charity stripe.
Jalen Duren, he's checked in for the Pistons. And the Lakers also making a switch. Ayton, he's checked in for Hayes. Well, we're in the closing weeks of the regular season. There's no rest for teams competing for positioning.
Yeah, this is the time where if you have a couple of nights of bad effort, you might drop 2 or 3 positions. It's not the playoffs yet, but it's critical this part of the season.
And he's going for the lob! And the dunk by Duren. That gives him a double-double in this one.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
Now here's Smart. 6 points for him. To the paint. Here's Ayton. Soft touch off the glass.
Yeah, this is where Ayton's comfortable operating, using his height and array of inside moves to his advantage.
Back to Cunningham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good with the triple.
Started out strong from three-point land, hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
James up top, hounded by Harris. Oh, stolen by Harris. And they're running. And the dunk by Duren.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
Now here's Smart. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Offline with a 3. The Pistons lead by 6. Harris right side. And he drops it in from the low post. Harris has gotten his second bucket on the night. Los Angeles has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Duren against Ayton. Back to Laravia. Pass to James. Just 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot. And it's Laravia missing. Detroit has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Cunningham against Kennard from about 16. And again, it's Detroit converting. And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
Now that we have a chance, let's check out the teams that are scoring the most points off turnovers. Detroit, second.
They anticipate well defensively, force a lot of mistakes, and quickly turn defense into offense.
Lakers trail by 10. James passes to Ayton. Laravia left side. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Pass to Ayton. That's good. And it's Smart with the assist. Ayton's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. And here's Duren. Now here's Cunningham. For 3. Nice work beyond the arc by Cunningham.
Continuing to add to his tally with that triple. Now his 3rd of the game.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten 8 of 13 shots to fall in the second quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Guys, back to you.
Able to dial it in. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Smart outside. Back to James. Kicks it out to Smart. Fires the 3. And Smart nails the triple.
That's his second triple of the quarter and third of the game. Keep building.
The Pistons lead by 10. Thompson scanning the floor. Cunningham outside. 1:46 left. Oh, throw it down. Wow.
And that was special. It's easy to be excited about Duren's future in this league.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected cam? Lakers trail by 12. James outside. Kicks it out to Kennard. Lets it go from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got his 4th assist with that last one. There's 1:17 left in the second quarter. Here's Cunningham. And Ayton pulls it down. And for the Lakers, they're shooting at a respectable 49%. And Smart hitting from the corner.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Detroit has gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Now Cunningham. He's got 22. And it's Cade with the finish inside.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Kennard outside. Pass to Smart. LaRavia outside. Puts up a 3. And Los Angeles another 3.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Here's Thompson. Throws it down. And the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on Jake LaRavia. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Lakers trail by 8. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Kennard outside. 11 seconds left in the first half. Ayton, a screen on Cunningham. Just 5 to shoot. Smart for 3. The shot comes out. And so it's the Detroit Pistons up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We'll be right back.
Hello, folks. The first half is in the books, and we've got a lead on the scoreboard for the Detroit Pistons.
It's all been gravy, baby, and you know I know all the flavors of gravy. Movement, finding good looks, and shooting the ball at a high clip.
Yeah, beautiful execution at the offensive end. They're in firm control of this game from that standpoint, guys.
How many kinds of gravy are there?
There's barbecue, there's pineapple, there's
gravy.
orange.
And next up, a look at the top performers for each team in that first half.
These two guys we thought they'd bring in tonight, it has been brought, playing with no fear.
Can't forget about your teammates, though. Got to keep them involved, too.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game. He has been everywhere.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
The Pistons lead by 8. Harris and Duran together in the middle. Cunningham is out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Thompson in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Back to Cunningham. Kennard with the rebound. Inside. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
That's good from Ayton.
A double-double machine who can also block shots. You won't find many centers with Ayton's size and talent.
Cunningham outside. Uneasy 2 on the layup. Cunningham's got 26.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Not the best three-point shooter in the league, but he's got enough skill that you can't just let him fire it up.
Thompson outside. Duran against Ayton. Duran, the pass to Cunningham. Up and over Kennard. Cade Cunningham getting it done. What a move that time. 28 points for Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, I just love how Cunningham alters his pace to get what he wants.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Kennard for 3. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got 6 assists now in the game. And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Nice move. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It'll go on Luke Kennard.
And just a high IQ play. Cunningham goes for a pump fake, and now he's headed to the line.
And he can't get the first one.
Yeah, can you say total package? Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
He hits the second from the line. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Lakers trail by 4. Kennard outside. Harris against James. Crafty move. Smart for 3. The rebound by Detroit. Duran's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Cunningham outside. Jacks up a 3. They get the rebound. For 3, here's Harris. And the dunk by Duran.
And Jalen is just taking over in this one. This is how lethal of a player he can be.
And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. We got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Isaiah Stewart.
You know, a trend like this isn't going to please the coach or the front office. He's been a little more focused on other parts of his game, and rebounding is something he needs to put more emphasis on. and I'm sure they've talked to him about it.
James outside. Pass to Aiden. Kennard outside. Now James. LeBron gets the bucket inside.
Okay, so they've looked energized and focused starting this half, coming out of the break, making 4 out of their first 5.
Cunningham, right side. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight. And here's James. He's got 22. LaRavia outside. Smart for 3. Another score. His 5th make out of 10 tries.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of 3-pointers.
Outside Robinson. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Cunningham outside. 5 on the clock. Up and over Kennard. And it's Cunningham missing. Lakers trail by 4. Pass to Kennard. 3-pointer. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. Aiden's got 11 points.
Just a strong sequence there from DeAndre Ayton.
Harris outside. Back to Cunningham. And the shot is good. Harris making the play. Cunningham's got 10 points here in the second half.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
And there's James from the arc. The rebound by Detroit. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now. Duran finds Thompson. Harris on the wing. Check by James. Harris against James. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Over Kennard. And it's Cunningham missing. And Ayton has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Kennard passes to James. Pass to LaRavia. Fires the 3. Duran with the rebound.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Detroit leading by 4. Here's Cunningham. Up and over Kennard. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Cunningham's got 36 points.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Oh, stolen by Harris. Cunningham outside. Fires for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 9 rebounds now. Well, Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. And he just gets the job done. He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
And Detroit making a change here. Jenkins is checked in, and the Lakers also making a switch. Hachimura's checked in, and Ayton gets it to go. Ayton's got 13 now.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Pass to Duran. Shoots over Ayton, and they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
That guy is perfect from the field, making major contributions to this lead.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pistons.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
Also, they were ultra consistent from outside, hitting a high percentage of those shots tonight.
The free throw drops for Duren.
Yeah, as of right now, Jalen Duren kind of seems like a classic big man. He can block, he can rebound, and he really focuses on finding close-range looks.
Duren with a steal. Here's Jenkins. 6 points for him. Here's the three. That's good from Robinson on the assist by Harris. And it's a 10-point Pistons lead.
Just a beautiful job of scanning the floor, finding the open man. Harris looking to involve his teammates.
Pass to Kennard. Lets the three fly. Hits a three-pointer. Kennard's got 6 in the quarter.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity, and Duren lays it in. Duren's got 21 points in the game.
Yeah, almost impossible to stop Duren inside. Wow, just wow.
Over to the left wing. LaRavia, left side. Ayton in the high post, working on Duren. Hachimura from long range. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
Over the last few years, Hachimura has gotten more comfortable in these catch-and-shoot situations.
Pass to Robinson. From deep. Duren controls the rebound and the putback. And the Pistons lead by 8.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Back to Kennard. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. With the 10-footer, Duren with a rebound. Duren's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Harris outside. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Just a big-time finish by Harris. One more coming at the line.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Hayes is checked in for Los Angeles.
A good percentage from here. Harris over 80% for his career.
Pass to Hachimura. Ayton inside, covered by Duren, and Ayton gets it to go.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
He's going to keep putting up shots regardless of the score. That's the kind of player he is.
And it's good for 2.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Now Ayton. The block.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Pass to Thompson. Here's Jenkins. Let's go with a 3. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Smart outside. The three-pointer off the mark.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Harris on the wing, defended by Smart. Harris passes to Robinson. Pass to Jenkins. There's the triple, and the shot is good. Harris making the play. Harris has got 4 assists now tonight.
and he's shooting it at an efficient clip, but he needs to keep looking to score. It's what his team relies on him to do. Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
A minute and a half left in the third quarter. And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. So for the Pistons, Holland, he's checked in for Harris. Herter comes in for Thompson. And Cunningham subbed in for Robinson. Kleba, he's checked in for the Lakers. James comes in for Smart. There's a minute 26 left in the third. Cunningham on the wing. Six on the shot clock. And he lays it up and in. Cunningham's got 38 points.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Pass to Kleba. Kicks it out to Kennard. From outside the arc. Knocks it down from distance.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
Here's Jenkins. 44 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Cunningham passes to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Cunningham seeing the floor oh so well in his young career.
What a sensational move captured from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Lakers trail by 15. Kennard with it. 12 points for him. James outside. And Los Angeles another three.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Cunningham. And it's in there. Cunningham's got 40 points.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
Now, here is James. 25 points in the game. From downtown. That shot missing. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Detroit Pistons. An insane quarter. No one could stop him. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. On the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Hayes is out there with Maxi Kleba. Then it's Rui Hachimura. Then there's James. And it's James in at the three. Out to James. The three. Jenkins with a rebound. The Pistons lead by 14. Pass to Holland. Back to Cunningham. And he gets it to go. Cunningham's got 42 in the game.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Hachimura outside. Oh, great focus from James.
When LeBron decides it's his time, good luck slowing him down.
Cunningham passes to Herter. They set the pick. Back to Cunningham. The three. Drains the triple. Cunningham's got 45 points.
After a tremendous first quarter, 3 trays, he's put in another.
Screen by James. Tries the 9-footer. And too long on the shot. Pass to Cunningham. And there's a 3-second violation. Lakers trail by 17. Now James. James inside. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got 9 points now in the second half. Cunningham outside. Crosses over. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got his 4th rebound in this one. James outside. Nails it from 3. James has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
And this is crucial for James's development. If he's able to hit the 3 consistently, watch out.
Here's Cunningham. And again, the Pistons missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 since this 4th quarter started. Here's James. Jenkins with a rebound.
Just enough resistance to force them as barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Driving to the basket. Stewart outside. Pass to Jenkins. Launches a 3. Hits the trifecta. And the Pistons lead by 15.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And Detroit making a change here. Harris is checked in, and the Lakers also making a switch. LaRavia is checked in for James. The Pistons lead by 15. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
J.B. Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break, and Coach reminded his team that leads can disappear quickly in the NBA. He said if we get loose and they make a few shots in a row, then this is a ball game again. Do not let that happen, he implored. Guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. And here's Harris. Stewart outside. Pass to Cunningham. Shot clock at 5. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Cunningham's got 47 points. Cunningham against James. Out to Kleba. Hayes, the pass to Kleba. Here's LaRavia. Drops in the 3.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
Here's Cunningham. Cade on the drive. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Jackson Hayes. And some changes here for Detroit. Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for Herter. And it's Robinson in for Jenkins. And then for Los Angeles, Ayton, he's checked in for Hayes. Marcus Smart comes in for Kleba. And it's Kennard in for Hachimura.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
Lakers trail by 17. James passes to Smart. Kicks it out to Kennard. From deep. That's good. And it's Smart with the assist. Smart has got 3 assists tonight.
You can't leave someone open when Smart is running his team because he will find that mistake.
Now here's Cunningham. Good. He hits again.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for the Lakers. Three-pointer. The rebound by Detroit. Robinson with it. Fires at the elbow. Rebounded by the Lakers. Ayton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Kennard passes to James. Kicks it out to Kennard. Launches it. Duren with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Duren. And here's Robinson. No good with the triple.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Laravia passes to Smart. To the inside. Here's Ayton. Count that one. He's 8 for 10 from the field now.
We're seeing the full range of Ayton's offensive skills tonight. The big man's putting on a show.
Outside Robinson. Back to Cunningham. For three. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MLB physical. Get in position for the putback and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And there's the basket. And the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for one.
One shot.
That's good from Ayton.
And we know Ayton has all the tools to be a top big man in this league. He just needs to show it on a nightly basis.
Robinson passes to Cunningham. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Free throw good from Cunningham.
He's put in the work and worn down the defense. Now they're getting a little sloppy, and it's allowed them to get to the line more this half.
Good on both. Lakers trail by 15. James passes to Ayton. Laravia outside. James outside. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Smart from outside the arc. The shot's good on the assist by James.
He's just lighting them up in this game. The D's are going to have to extend a little bit more, or he's going to keep knocking them down from deep.
Now here's Cunningham. There's the drive. And the bucket is good. Cunningham's got 56 in the game.
And no lack in concentration. Cunningham going to work.
Kennard finds James. To the middle. And Ayton with the stuff.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Down low. And another one.
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time. LaRavia passes to Kennard. Now, here is James. Ayton, a screen on Harris. For three, James. Rebounded by the Pistons. Robinson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Duren. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Ayton was tracking that one all the way, meeting the ball right at the rim. I mean, that's great defense.
Back to Kennard from behind the arc. And that bucket makes him 6 for 10 in the contest.
When this guy starts hitting threes, watch out. He's just pouring it on this half.
Harris outside. Duren the screen. 4-3. And they get it back.
Yet another possession they've managed to hold on to. They are really in control on offense.
5 to shoot. With the step back. Cunningham! Oh, can't hit the jumper. Lakers trail by 11. Now James. Puts up the tray. Duren pulls it down.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Cunningham. Rebounded by Ayton. And for Los Angeles, they're shooting just a phenomenal clip. 59% here in the 4th. James. James strong inside.
When we watch James still play at this level, it's crazy to think that he joined the league in 2003.
Now Harris from deep. It's good from beyond the arc.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Ayton, the screen on Harris. Got a piece of it. Thompson against James. Oh, got a piece of it. Now the Lakers moving it up. All the way, the king.
Oh, and LeBron just big boy basketball on full display.
One shot.
James, no good on the free throw.
And when you think of LeBron, his competitive spirit is, to me, the first thing that comes to mind. All this guy wants to do is win all the time.
Pulls the trigger. Oh, connects again. 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
James with the ball. Now Thompson defending. Yes, sir, with the three.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Now here's Harris. Now Cunningham. And good. There's another. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Oh, perfect step back.
Look, James is so good at disguising his pull-up jumper.
Outside Harris. Here's Cunningham. Outside Harris. The three is in.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Can't get it. And here's Detroit. 17 points was their biggest margin. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The bucket is good.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Yes, sir! That one goes! so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Cade Cunningham.